I'm very excited to talk to you. Congratulations on your new book.
Thank
What if it,
you. Thank you.
called What If It Were Easy, using movement and mindset to create success in life, love, and business. And wow, it's a new year. We're all trying to prove ourselves. This is the perfect book for all of us. So let's dive into it. When did you start writing this?
Well, I actually did start a while ago. It was going to come out during COVID. Ha,
Oh,
2020 wasn't a great time to release a book. And so instead, it ended up getting a complete overhaul and rewrite. So,
oh,
I don't
okay.
know. It depends on when I started writing it, which version, I guess, is the question. But yeah, it's been in the makings for a little while, but this one is the final draft, and it is out.
Well, let's talk about some things you have in the book that we could use. I mean, I for myself suffer from anxiety and depression. I feel like something like this might be able to help. And I know that plenty of other people out there are suffering from that also.
Absolutely. No, I actually have quite a few clients who suffer from both depression and anxiety. And in many ways, it is a great solution for that because it combines both mindset and movement. And there are so many studies out there that show how movement really has a huge impact on your mood and anxiety and depression. In fact, I think there was just recently an article in the New York Times or Washington Post that talked about another study that compared antidepressants to exercise, and the results were about the same.
Oh,
Um,
oh,
so I'm not saying anybody should get off their antidepressants. I'm not a doctor if you're on them.
exactly.
But I think there's a lot of studies now, a lot of science behind the fact that movement is absolutely something to add to it. And I know sometimes when you're not feeling great, it's not like, hey, I just want to jump up and start exercising right now. But starting small, whether it be just a walk or just 5 minutes here, 7 minutes there, like that can make a huge difference in how you feel. And then with Moticise, which is what the book is really about, it combines a whole mindset process around a goal or something you want to achieve. So it can be a big, lofty goal, or it could be a little goal. And if you're not feeling, super motivated,
Mhm.
sometimes smaller goals are easier. And actually, exercise taps the motivation center of your brain as well. So that helps in addition to all of the good feeling chemicals. And the mindset redirects what you're focusing on. And so, because I always say, you feel what you focus on. And so typically when we are not feeling that great or we're spiraling down a little bit,
Yeah.
those thoughts aren't so great.
No, it's hard to not focus on. I'm going to keep thinking about it. But yeah, it
Exactly.
makes it
They
make sense with the
can.
movement helps get your mind off that negative mindset. Okay.
Well, and it's prompting you. It gives you prompts of things to think about. So there are specific questions that you're asked that your brain is now answering because your brain is kind of like Google because whatever you ask, it answers.
That's a
So
good
if you're
point.
like, why do I suck? Or why do I feel so badly? Or why can't I get myself together? It's going to answer that. And it's not usually a great answer. It's not that helpful. But when you start to shift the question of, well, what's one thing? What does it look like? What could it look like? What would you want it to look like? And you start slowly teasing those thoughts out into something else. Or what do you have to make that work? And you're like, at first you might be like, nothing, like, okay, well, you have something. So what do you have? Like, maybe you have a skill or you have what do your friends think you have, and so you slowly build on it until the end. You're like, all right, well, maybe I could do something, I could take one action. And that's the goal. And with clients that I've had who've really suffered, they say, one, it's for they're not huge exercise fanatics, and they're like, I
Neither am
actually
I.
like it, right? But they like it because they're not thinking about exercise, and it's not like
Okay.
hardcore boot camp, you got to do this, no pain no gain. It's not like that at all.
Oh,
it's
that's
it's
great.
Yeah, and your brain starts shifting focus to something else. So the two in combination are actually a pretty winning combination. I'm looking to bring it in to do more work with therapists because I think it complements that really, really well.
I love that. Well, I mean, I see a therapist as well, but I think it's something if I actually was like moving to it,
Moving.
sitting on the couch, the whole time talking about my feelings. I could,
Exactly.
yeah.
Well, and that's the thing because when we're feeling down or any negative emotion,
Mhm.
we have, I always call it like your recipe for that. Your body will do a certain thing. How you feeling? That's not good. Right? It's like, and we have a standard sort of body posture for it, if you will. But
Yeah.
and it's very specific to each person, but when you're feeling good, then you also have a very different one. And you can see even when I'll have somebody imagine, like, how are you feeling right now? I'm fine. Everything's fine. And like, think of one time when you did something that was fun or that you're proud of, and slowly they'll start to sit up without even realizing it as they're talking about it. And so the movement helps break the pattern of that physicality. And I do think, look, I think therapy can be useful.
Mhm.
And I will say, moving your body and thinking of things that are sort of aspirational is also tremendously helpful because you can't fix it with just your mind. You kind of need your body and your heart and your soul and your energy involved too.
I love that. Well, you just had a book released in Silver Lake up in California, I think last Wednesday, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah, how did that
yes.
go?
Oh, it went great. It was really, really fun, actually. It
Mm.
turned into a bit of a coaching session, which I didn't
Oh,
expect.
cool.
But I had one of the gentlemen who was there who had interviewed me for something, for a soap opera, actually, newspaper. He ended up asking me some questions, and then I ended up turning it around on him, and I was like, "Well, what if they were easy? What would you do?" And then I ended up guiding him through the whole process. So it was good. It worked out really, really well.
Awesome. Cool. Well, yeah, you mentioned you've been on soap operas like Guiding Light. You're an amazing actress. Do you have any upcoming roles that people should know about?
I do actually, although one of them I'm not.
What are you
Apparently
allowed to
supposed
talk
to,
about? I know there's NDAs
right?
out there.
So crazy. So I have something coming up in Netflix in May. So check it out. Come back to my social media. I promise I'll announce it when I'm allowed. And then I also did a movie called Gretzky's Office. It's a women's ice hockey. So I'm actually the mom to
Oh,
my
like
daughter
Wayne
who wants
Gretzky.
to.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was actually cool. I didn't realize, sorry, fun fact on Gretzky and ice hockey, if you care, but he apparently, it's called Gretzky's Office because he always used to go behind the net, and he would score a lot from back there too. But he did it because he was kind of smaller, and from there he had the vision of the entire rink and all the players, and so it gave him a better perspective of where to move. And he did it so often it became known as Gretzky's Office.
Really? I did not know that. Wow, that's really cool.
I know. I didn't know it either until I did
Yeah,
it.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
All right,
cool.
Gretzky's Office. So I'll be on the lookout for that. So, your book, I assume it's out. Now some authors I interview, they sell like signed copies on their website. There's anything like that, or where can people get the book?
So that's a good idea. I don't do that, but I think I'm going to now.
Okay.
If you would like to buy a signed copy, email me and I will send you one.
All
We'll
right.
arrange it.
You have like a
Otherwise,
website, social media wise, people can contact you with?
I do. I'm on soniasatra.com. I'm on all of the social media sites, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, X. Yeah,
I
so
know. It's called Twitter.
exactly. Sonia Satra Moticise _ or dash Moticise. And you can also buy it via book outlets like Amazon or Barnes and Noble.
Awesome. Well,
Yes.
congratulations on putting this book together. I'm looking forward to
Thank
checking
you.
it out.
Yes. What if it were easy, using movement and mindset to create success in life, love, and business?
All right, my friend. It's a new year. Let's get on some good habits now.
Absolutely. This is the time.
All right, my friend. Take
All
care.
right. Thanks. Take care.